Hey guys, it's Hatman here, and I don't believe it, but I somehow reached 50 subscribers. Well, 51. But I know it's not a lot, but I still appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you. And if you don't believe me, look at this. Bam! That's the evidence that you need. That's all the evidence you need right there. Not to be a copycat or anything, but I'm going to be doing what the Fossilizer and Metal Blade 5 did for their 1,000 subscriber special or 500 subscriber special. I'm going to be doing a top 10 on these people who are named Game Theory. The Fossilizer told me a lot about them, and I decided to check out their channel, and I only seen a few videos so far, and I decided to count down by 5 least favorite. So, let's begin. Oh, and the Fossilizer, I'm also gonna be mentioning some things you said in your top 9 worst game theory videos, because I personally agree with your opinions as well. And I have some things to add on to them as well. So, hopefully you can understand that. Oh, and just one more rule. I'm not going to be including any of the YouTube theories, because those don't really count as game theories to be exact in my eyes. But if you still count those to be game theories, then put them on your list if you want. Personally, this is my own opinion, and a lot of you are going to agree, mostly the Fossilizer and Metal Blade 5. Oh boy, Toad's Deadly Secret. Okay, so what's this series about? First of all, I want to start this section off with that I love Toad. Toad is one of my favorite Mario characters in the Mario universe. But judging by my top 5 Mario characters list, you probably know he's my favorite. But not really anymore. But I still love Toad. I grew up with this little guy. Yeah, he was like part of my childhood. But nope, okay. So basically, MapPat says that Toads are normal people who have been infected by fungi. Well, the thing is, Toads are not people who've been infected by fungi. Basically, Princess Peach basically, you know, Princess Peach obviously just created them in the first place. She just wanted some residents for her Mushroom Kingdom. That's why she lives in the Mushroom Kingdom. The Mushroom Kingdom. That's why she named it the Mushroom Kingdom, because it's full of people who are mushrooms. Toads are not people who have been infected by fungi. They're people who Peach created. Oh boy, Rosalinda Unmasked. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosalinda Unmasked. Yeah, the nitpick of this video is that you're misspelling Rosalinda's name. It's not Rosalinda, it's Rosalinda. However you want to say it. Whatever, that's just a nitpick. But anyway, he said that Peach is Rosalinda's mother, and Rosalinda is Peach's daughter. And you may be saying, but wait, that's ridiculous! Rosalinda was made in outer space, and Peach was made on the Earth. Now, before you start saying that, I'm gonna say I totally agree with you. But right now, okay, but let me rant on about this video before you start saying that. MapHat first says that Rosalinda and Peach had the same eye color and the same hair color. Well, that's not the case. I'm sure Rosalinda and Peach both have blonde hair, but that's not the case. Rosalinda's is more of a beige kind of blonde, and Peach's is a more typical blonde. And their eyes. Just look closely at their eyes. Rosalina's eyes are more teal than blue, while Peach's are, well, blue, for instance. So therefore, that's a bad start off the video. Oh, and also the thing with her dad. You see, any Mario character can have a mustache. Now, where am I going with the mustache, you may ask? Well, the next thing MapPass says is, he says about Rosalina's dad is that he just strokes his mustache. Well, any male character besides any male human character in the Mario universe has a mustache. So technically, any of them could be Rosalina's father. So how would you know it would only be Mario and Luigi instead of Waluigi and Wario? The next thing he says is that Rosalina lives in the castle. Question: how would you know Rosalina lives in the castle? There was this one story that the Fossilizers pointed out. Now, Mother Blade 5 pointed out, where it said that there was. Okay, Metal Blade 5 pointed this out. He said that Rosalina lives in the house. How? Because there was this one story where she goes, I want to go home. I want to go back to my house. See, it says her house. She says she lives in a house, not a castle. House and a castle are not the same thing. See, this is what I was talking about with Metal Blade 5. This is what he said. He saw this. This is the story I was talking about just now. It says, I want to go home. I want to go back to my house by the hill. I want to see my mother. See, she states that she lives in a house, not a castle, Pat. Why? Just because she saw it in the telescope? Oh, and also in that same story, how can Peach be dead? I mean, how can Rosalina's mother be Peach if Peach isn't dead? While the story is stating that Rosalina's mother is buried under the tree. Oh, and the thing with that tree, yeah, he basically says, oh, my theory is saved. Yay, I found the tree. Well, the thing is, it's not the same tree we saw in the story. You see, look, that's a normal tree, and the other is a pine tree. That's a normal tree, and the other is a pine tree. I'm no tree expert, but I'm pretty sure trees don't change over time, especially if they're different trees. Oh, and he also jumped to this bullcrap conclusion where he says that Luigi is actually Peach's husband. Well, that's not well, first of all, Peach turning cold towards Mario and marrying Luigi? Please, I think that's what the last thing Peach would do in her actual life. But seriously, he thinks that just because the telescope he sees in the story is the same one we see in Luigi's Mansion. Well, that's not the case. Like the Fossilizer and Metal Blade 5 pointed out. Okay, maybe the Fossilizer just pointed it out, and Metal Blade 5 just talked about it as well. But anyway, the Fossilizer said that, he said that at the end of the game, that the mansion was also an illusion, so everything disappeared, especially the telescope. Oh, and there is one more thing that I need to point out. It's the fact that he blows up his own theory.
The writer of Rosalina's storybook said during an interview that Rosalina was originally intended to be related to Princess Peach. There, boom.
Wow, you must be a real big idiot. You know, the keywords were originally. That means they were gonna do it, but they changed it, which means they are not related. So basically, you blew up your own theory. That is on you. Oh dear Lord, the Wii U is the new Virtual Boy. Okay, First of all, I want to start this this section off by saying that I love the Wii U. It's one of my favorite consoles out there. It's fun. It has awesome games. Although it didn't sell well, it still came out with a lot of awesome games. But sadly, Game Theory doesn't think so. This just makes me so mad. I mean, I can't believe that MatPap is comparing the Wii U, one of my favorite Nintendo consoles ever made, to the Virtual Boy, aka the worst Nintendo console and maybe even the worst video game console ever made. Come on, they're comparing the opposite to the opposite. No. That's not how it should go. Okay, let's get on to what he said. His first complaint is that the Wii U gamepad's battery is terrible. Well, not to mention that you can play the Wii U gamepad while it's charging. Not to mention that the Wii U gamepad's charger is really, really long, so I don't think you would really have a problem with it. Next, he complains about the cost. He said the console is $300, and you have to use a battery pack like I said you don't need. A Wii remote, considering that almost everyone buying a Wii U already has a Wii, therefore he already has a Wii remote, and buying a game to come with the Wii U game, the Wii U. Okay, there are many things wrong with that problem. For one, first of all, it's so rare that you can't get a Wii U Deluxe set if you're going to pay for a Wii U. If the only way you can, since there are now more than ever, the only way you cannot get a Wii U Deluxe set if you want a Wii U, you have to buy it like on Amazon or get it off a garage sale or something like the Fossilizer said. And if you don't find a deluxe version, then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just complain that it doesn't come with the game? Please, do you complain if you get an oven that doesn't have food in it? And you still have to pay for the food. This is the exact same thing. Next, he said that the Wii U is not HD. Well, what do you know about the Wii U? It is an HD game theory, not as HD as the PS4, but even more HD than the Xbox One. Trust me, I know this. Next, he said that the Wii U has no games. Okay, first of all, okay, I'll agree with you that I'll agree with anyone who says that the Wii U launch was bad. I'll give it that. That's the only downside about the Wii U. That's the only downside that the Wii U has gotten. That the that the launch was bad. But still, it's not as bad as the 3DS's launch, and look at it now. Besides, when was this game even? Wait, hold up. When was this video even made? 2014, huh? Geez, that sounds something like I need to bring the Fossilizer up for.
It means at the time of this video, the Wonderful 101, Pikmin 3, Lego City Undercover, and Super Mario 3D World were all out, and they are all console exclusives. Oh, and so was Rayman Legends, and while that's technically not a console exclusive, the Wii U was still the ideal way to play it.
Also, New Super Luigi U was out, and that was out at that time, and that's a console exclusive as well. And finally, he says there's no third-party support. Yes, I finally got it right. He said there's no third-party support. And technically, there has been third-party support. They just didn't come out at the same time the Xbox One and PS4 came out. And you say that EA is supposed to be involved. Really, EA? The company that got voted worst company in America for 2 years. Although the Wii U is a new version of an alternate Nintendo console, but it's not the Virtual Boy, it's the 3DS. Also, you claim to be a huge Nintendo fan, but making some lame excuse to make a company's console look as bad as possible isn't a fan of said company. I know I made a video on this same topic, and so did Nico BBQ, but it was just something I was joking around with. It wasn't something to be taken seriously. But this is something very, very different. Oh boy, Mario's mental. Now, before you start asking, oh, Superman 15, why are you taking this video seriously, but not your own video about why Mario's not a hero? Well, that wasn't something to be taken seriously. This is something to be taken seriously. You know why? Because MatPat is being dead serious with this. Also, Nico BBQ's video wasn't supposed to be taken seriously either. So, therefore, I wasn't complaining about those videos because they were not supposed to be taken seriously. This is something very, very different. So, enough chitter chatter. Let's get on to this one. This is going to be a long entry, so you better grab some popcorn. His first claim of evidence is that Mario abused DK. Well, the thing is, if this is the ancestor to the DK we know today, then the same will go for Mario. This is Mario's ancestor, not actual Mario. Oh, and the same thing goes for DK Jr. evidence. You see, that's Mario's father, not actual Mario. And the story here is that, what I heard on the Wii Viewer and the Fossilizer, they said that Mario's taking him back to the wild where he belongs, instead of just trying to get revenge on stealing his girlfriend. Also, didn't you forget that Jumpman died at the end? Yeah, don't forget that Mario's father died in this game. Oh, and the thing with the Wigglers. You see, in Super Mario 64, how was he supposed to know that the Wiggler was supposed to... that this was the Wiggler's home? Also, the Wiggler had one of Mario's stars so he could save Peach. The Wiggler in Super Mario Sunshine was stopping the legendary Starburst, or whatever was going on in that level, was stopping that whatever I said was happening. Oh, and also, does that look like a nice Wiggler to you if you look at it? Oh, and he goes on to say that Cheep Cheeps are innocent and Mario's evil considering that he kills Cheep Cheeps. Well, we go fishing, so I guess that's okay. But hold on, people go fishing for food. Yeah, that's true, people do go fishing for food, but there are some people who go fishing for sport as well. Oh, and also there are Cheep Cheeps who do go after Mario, like the green Cheep Cheeps, the spiny purple Cheep Cheeps. Oh, and no one, and I mean no one but MatPat, considering he's a freaking idiot, can not forget about the irritating Boss Bass. I can't believe he forgot about that. Oh, and there's the matter of Yoshi. You see, Mario isn't punching Yoshi, he's actually pointing. You see, in any other game, he's actually pointing to see where he's eating so he can eat the apples, not punching. It's just the graphics that make him look like he's punching. Oh, and there's the matter of him abandoning Yoshi. Oh, who forces Mario to abandon Yoshi? Huh? The player. Okay, I'm gonna bring up another Pokemon. Well, this time I'm gonna bring up a Pokemon movie, which is called Pokemon Forever. And you see, the main character is Celebi in this movie. The story of this movie is that, well, the main villain of the movie is forcing Celebi to destroy the environment. Well, the thing is that Celebi doesn't want to destroy the environment. It wants to help it. So Celebi is forced to do it. So therefore, it's forced to do it. That doesn't mean it wants to do it. The same thing with Mario and Yoshi. Mario doesn't want to abandon Yoshi. It has to. It's forced to by the player. I'm not saying the player is evil. I'm just saying the people who... I'm just saying... Oh, and this is what he thinks about Mario and Luigi's relationship. He basically says that Mario hates Luigi. Well, that's not the thing. Well, I do agree that Luigi is one of the kindest characters in video games, but that doesn't mean Mario is evil. Also, he said that Mario keeps denying him for bad reasons. No, he's denying him for good reasons. He says that he probably wants Luigi to be safe. Mario probably wants to be safe, knowing that Luigi's gonna be safe. Oh, and let's get to the stupidest complaint in this video. Oh, wait, before that, let's talk about the one from let's talk about the evidence from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. You see, who closed the door? No one. It closed by itself. Maybe Luigi pushed in the door. Maybe. But that doesn't mean they really closed. But that doesn't mean Mario or Peach closed it. Besides, Mario and Peach closed it. So if Mario is evil, that means Peach had to be evil too. Oh, and here's the stupidest argument in this video. The part where Mario stands on Luigi's foot. I mean, come on. That's basic sibling rivalry. That's not... Wait, no. I don't even think that's rivalry in general. He's just playing with him. You know, he just wants to give him a congratulations. It's like you're saying that Mario went up to the stage and stabbed him in the stomach and they'd still be laughing. That's like comparing copyright videos to bank robberies, or comparing dreams to nightmares. Oh, and you also say he's a womanizer, considering because of Pauline and Daisy. Well, that's not the case here. You see, again with the Donkey Kong argument and the DK Jr. argument, doesn't the Pauline from that one look different to this Pauline? You see, this is probably Pauline's daughter, and Pauline and Jumpman must have married a few years ago. So that means the Mario and the Pauline we know today are brother and sister. Well, at least what I think. This also means that Luigi and Pauline are related together. And oh wait, there's this minor mistake that he made, and that is the fact that he said there's no Peach toy, considering the fact that he shows it in his own footage.
Based around his hit toy line, and his VIP guest at the ribbon cutting is Pauline. No signs of Peach anywhere. Now, as a committed man myself, I speak with authority when I say you do not invite another woman as your date to any sort of function ever. Especially if she is a former girlfriend. Later, in Mini-Land Mayhem, she even gets her own toy modeled after her. There's no Peach toy.
Really, nigga?
Oh, and there's the things with the toads. They were turned into bricks, not brick blocks. You see, Mario's actually doing them a favor. They're actually separating, because every brick block is always made more than one brick. So Mario's not actually killing them. He's actually separating them. And MatPat is literally comparing Goomba crushing to Asian torture. Are you freaking serious? They are very, very different. The Asian torture is just, I don't know, African, Asian, I don't know what he said. But I don't mean to be racist or anything, but still. He's comparing that to torture. He's comparing Goomba crushing to torture. They are very, very different. What about it is that people won't get the appeal behind what this video is about. This is what makes this video taken seriously. People are saying that this is fact. And this is not true. It's a theory, not fact. You know what? This is why it's the worst game theory out there. I'm Superman 15, and I'll see y'all later.